Hey everybody, Wolf here, and I'd like to offer you guys a quick review on the new XCOM game, Enemy Unknown. Alright, so I'd like to show you guys some of the core features of the game as I continue to play. One of the first things I'd like to mention though is for those of you that are veterans of this game, please don't expect it to be a remake of the old ones, because I've played the old ones a lot and I love them, and it's not a remake, guys. It's the core features and the basic idea of the game is the same, but a lot of things have changed and it's not quite as in-depth as the old ones used to be. But I'll get further into that as the video continues. I'll try and explain most of the features as I get to them. I think that's about it, yeah. Now, as you can see, this here is the tactical window. It's very different how it's handled. If you remember from the old ones, they used to work with time units where everything you did cost time units. In this one, it's very different. You can move once or twice per turn depending on what you do. Like, say for instance, I want to go here. That's one move. If I would like... I can't now because I only have one turn. Hang on, let me make this guy move. Let me end my turn. It's still turn-based in this sense. As you can see, it's now the aliens' turns. They're going to move up. They might fire. It's very heavy on cover. You always have to take cover. If you don't take cover, you're boned. You don't want to do that. Did you see that? That guy went into Overwatch. What that basically means is that anybody who's moving, if you make a guy move, that guy will automatically shoot at you, even though it's your turn, if he sees you. The AI, I must say, is quite interesting. They flank everything. They're very tough. So I have no complaints about that. In fact, I'd say the AI is slightly improved over the old ones, because I don't really have any bad comments about the old AI either, because it was solid, it was hard, it wasn't too hard, so that's all cool. Now you see here, this guy here, this arrow means he has two turn moves, so if I would say move him to here, that would consume one. However, as you can see now, when dashing pops up, if I would move him, it would cost him the 2 turns, and he wouldn't be able to shoot or anything anymore. So that's a whole new tactical way of thinking. As opposed to the time units, you did have a lot more liberty. If you made a mistake, you could, you know, kind of backtrack a little bit if you didn't spend all your time units, whereas in this one, once you click, that's it, he's gonna move if he can. And there you go. Now he's in Overwatch. As you can see, he's going to fire on my dude. Luckily, he's blocked, and he missed. So that's a little bit about the tactical screen. The abilities aren't as detailed as they used to be in the old ones. You know, you could crouch and you could look around. You don't really have to do that anymore. It's not that heavily based on Fog of War anymore, because as you can see, as soon as I came in, quite a bit of the area has been revealed. In the old ones, this was not the case. As soon as you came out your ship, you just had a very small view range, and you would actually have to get your guys to spot stuff. As you can see down here, these are my abilities. I can choose to fire on aliens. I can switch between aliens, that's no problem. It shows me the percentage of the hit chance. I can choose to put this guy on Overwatch, which you now already know what it is. Throw a grenade. It's got quite a bit of range on it. You can throw a grenade wherever you want. For now, you only have 1 grenade per guy if you equip him with one. And hunker down means that he's gonna take extra cover, and he's immune to crits and stuff. So those are the actions you can do. Now as you progress though, your guys will unlock new abilities, and you can use those, and they add even more tactical variance to the game, which is really cool. So this, I would say, it's really solid, it's well made, it's very different from how the old ones used to work. Because in the old ones you didn't have as much cover places to work with, and cover wasn't really as effective or integrated, so that's definitely an improvement over the old ones. Right, so you just saw me in a section of the game where it's all about tactically moving around your soldiers and fighting off aliens, rescuing civilians, and everything you can do in that part. Now the second core feature of XCOM games is base building and managing your base and your finances, your soldiers, everything that's that. Now the main difference between the old games is where in the old game you could kind of put your base down wherever you wanted, depending on the game, on the ocean, on land. In this one you're limited to 1 base, which I don't have a problem with it actually. There's plenty to do and you don't really need more than 1 bases. You can place it wherever you want. You are forced to place it on one of the continents, but they added a little tactical feature offering you your first choice in the game. As you can see, every continent here has its own bonuses. So you'll have to choose carefully depending on your playstyle. So this is what you'll see once you're inside your base, and I really like how they've approached this. You get the feeling that you're underground, which you are, and it's well done. It looks really neat. Now inside your base, of course, you can go inside the different buildings. Here you have your barracks where you can see your soldiers, you see what country they're from, their names, and like in the old ones, there's a lot of customization you can do. First of all, you have the abilities. You'll unlock these as your soldiers get experience, and you can choose between them. It offers a lot of tactical choices, and you'll have to think carefully if you want to set up the right team. Your loadout, this is where you put your armor on, your weapons, which you unlock later, pistols, and in these grenades you can put on special attachments and all that stuff that you unlock. For instance, this arc thrower, these guys can use this to stun enemies, which they have to get up close for. Everything can be checked, you can see what everything does. It's really cool, it's really well done. As for the customization, you can customize their names, the way they look. You can give them new faces, hairs, even a couple of helmets, which look really good. And if you have the special Soldier Pack DLC, you can change their armor like that and get even cooler colors. Nice. How's that for flashy? Wow. Unfortunately, in some beta videos, I did see that you could edit the nationality, but it looks like they left it out of the game, which I personally regret, because I feel that if they give you some customization, why not give you everything? Oh well. You can also, of course, choose to dismiss them, but I'm not going to do that. So that's that. Here you can see a couple of my guys that have been leveled up. And they now have special skills. This guy here is wounded, so he's out for a few days. But as they increase, they get stats, they get certain skills. Like this guy is a support. It auto-rolls it for you. You can't choose that. However, you can choose the abilities that they get. The first one you cannot. You automatically get a smoke grenade. But once he levels up again, as you can see, I'll be able to choose new ones. Now let's move on to the next room. What else do we have? Over here we have our situation room. Here you can see the panic level of each country. Now the higher this gets, the worse it gets for you, and you'll eventually lose your game. You can also see quests here, launch satellites. Now what satellites do is they obviously give you a view of the area, and you'll be able to assist more there, and you'll even get funding from those countries. Now if a country goes too much in the red, they'll drop out, you'll lose funding, and things will start going bad from then on. You can also go to the gray market, which is where you can sell your stuff, so you can still do that just like in the old games, because that's neat. One of the next screens is familiar research. Research is pretty much the same as it used to be. However, you can't really assign scientists anymore. You automatically assign what you have. You also can no longer buy scientists, I believe, but you do get them as quest rewards that you can pick. So you can increase that. Same with engineering. You can get more engineers from quests, I believe. Engineering kind of works the same. Here you can see what I'm currently researching and how long it's going to take. And you can of course change that, and you can order items from manufacturing here as well. Upgrades for your attack ships, upgrades for your men, and of course new weapons and other items that they use. What else haven't we covered yet? We have done the barracks. In the barracks, I want to add, there's the memorial. You can click on that, and it's just a neat little feature. You can see who died and on what mission, so that's kind of cool. Now, the main room from the old games, you guys might remember this. This is what now is the geoscape, where you have your planet view. Here is where the alien ships will appear, and bases, and all that stuff. Now, as you remember in the old games, you could kind of pick how much time you wanted to pass, and this one is different. All I can do is scan for activity. I've got to wait till time passes. You'll see the days go by, and you'll get your pop-ups here, whereas in the old ones there were just small notifications here, and you can choose what you do with it. Now, as you can see, I don't have anything in storage. That's the same thing. When you do a mission, if you win, you secure stuff. If you don't blow it up, you bring it home, and you can sell it or use it to do research, which is actually very interesting. I want to show you guys that. If I can change my project. In the old games, you could just research whatever you wanted. In this game, as you can see here, you have requirements for research. So I need 5 alloys and 5 weapons before I can start researching these heavy lasers. And I actually think that is a cool feature. It adds a lot more to what you do tactically. You have to see where you spend what on. That's that. You have credits, you need alloys and Illyrium, as you can see, for manufacturing. So nothing comes cheap. I think that's about it that I wanted to cover here. Yeah, that's about it for base building. It's very different from the old games, but I still like it. I think they've done it well, and they added good stuff to it. All in all, I can say is that I think it's a really solid game. As I said, for those of you that are vets, just forget about the old ones. Don't think about all those in-depth features that you had. Just consider this game as its new standalone that is a tribute to the old games, and you'll really enjoy it. It's a very solid game, and especially if you've never played the old ones, unless it's really not your kind of game, you will enjoy it. It's well made, well done. And it's fun. A lot of tactical decisions. The game forces you into a few cruel decisions. One of the unfortunate things is that you can no longer do whatever you want in the Juicecape. And by that I mean is you can send your dropship to, let's say, Europe and to Japan and to China and cover everything there. What happens in this one is that the game offers you like a choice. They'll say like, oh, Europe is now being attacked and Japan is now being attacked. Where do you want to go? And you'll see, like, if you go to Europe, for instance, your reward will be, let's say, 5 scientists. Whereas if you go to Japan, your reward might be 100 credits or whatever. So those are more tactical choices you have to make. Now, of course, the country that you don't choose, that country's panic meter will increase. So you kind of have to vary it around a bit. I'm not too keen on that system, but again, that's because I'm a vet. And I like to have a lot more choices available to me. You get those cool cutscenes, as you can see. I really love how they did that. It really immerses you into the game. And as you can see, the aliens immediately go for cover. My guy isn't in cover, which is bad. So I'm going to move him into cover. You can move your guys up. They can shoot through windows. You can silently open doors. You can bash in doors. I chose to bash that one in. You don't have to do that. The environment is completely destructible, which is amazing. It used to be that in the old game, but of course with these improved graphics it looks so much better. And this game, graphic-wise, it may not be the most stunning thing you'll ever seen, but it runs so smooth, it's incredible. I really love how smooth it runs. The camera can be a bit wonky at times, but it's not really super hindersome. I've also been told that it plays really well with a controller on PC. This is PC footage, by the way. And the aliens here, you can see they also have their own abilities. They can possess each other, reinforce each other, all that good stuff. Throw poison grenades. There's different types of aliens. There's more. These are just the standard first guys you'll meet. They are called sectoids in this game. And yeah, and here I'm choosing to dash, which will consume both my run turns, as you can see. And with this guy, I'll just do this careful move, and I'll just consume 1 turn, and I can still choose to fire or whatever. Set him to Overwatch. Yeah, no, I love it. I'm enjoying this game, and I definitely recommend it to you guys if you enjoy a sort of turn-based alien shooter, because it's just fun to blast the hell out of aliens. And the base building as well. I love managing bases and hiring soldiers and customizing them, but remember that in-depth customization is only for those with the DLC. So I think I just said about everything I want to say about the game. I hope you enjoyed my review, and thank you for watching, guys. Leave a comment, leave a like if you like it. I just want to know if you guys enjoyed this, if I'm doing it right, and if you'd like to see more of these reviews on other games that come out, or even older games. So that's that, and see you next time.